History doesn't repeat itself, but Mark Twain says it does rhyme. During the last ice age, the sea level dropped and there was a land all the way out to the Farallon Islands, and that was the bottom of the ocean floor, and the winds picked up that sand and blew it almost all the way across the city. That supported some scrub vegetation, but a lot of it was just open sand. So it was an open canvas, if you will, in terms of space for trees, but very different in terms of the soil characteristics for tree growth and tree planting. Spanish during the mission period imported the first trees that were brought into California. San Francisco became a very important commercial city during the gold rush. By the end of 1849, the population had grown from 1,000 to 25,000, and then within 10 years it was up to 80,000. And so it was this very rapid expansion of the city without the amenities of street trees. They were just trying to get housing built for everyone. The original plan for Golden Gate Park was done by Frederick Law Olmsted, who was a famous landscape architect that designed Central Park in New York City. And he had planned it along Vaness Street. He was going to cut a great canyon there for the park so that when you were in the park, you didn't see the buildings on either side of the park. But that was pretty much vetoed by the city council. But when this proposed attempt to basically create another city adjacent to San Francisco came up, city fathers decided, well, we'll take Olmsted's Park and we'll put it over there. As part of this development, this South Park Road was the first paved street in the city of San Francisco in 1856, and then the sidewalk was the first paved sidewalk. There were some wooden sidewalks in the city, so it had some amenities that attracted the people who lived here, and it was fenced, and just inside the fence it had a hedge. In this hedge that surrounded the park, there were trees, primarily American elm, this big tree you see over here, and there are a few remaining American elms that were part of the original planting plan. These were planted after the 1906 earthquake as a sort of symbol that the city was going to come back. It wasn't, going to disappear. This was a neighborhood that was developed after the 1906 earthquake. They were built without any street trees, and then in 1950 this report on the need for street trees in San Francisco was delivered, and the city began planting trees. They planted Scott with London plane trees, and these are all from the late 50s, early 60s, but they didn't plant everything, and they did not plant Pacific, and they sort of left that up to homeowners. And so this encouraged some of the homeowners to do some plantings.
Today, San Francisco has about 125,000 street trees. Street trees are an important part of a healthy urban forest. There are approximately 131,000 trees growing in city parks and almost 400,000 trees growing on private property. As you heard, it's taken us a long time to get where we are today, and Public Works is honored to have the responsibility to take care of San Francisco's street trees.